The age of the invincible empire. Far across the endless stars, the Galran Empire stretched its shadow. For centuries, it had ruled countless galaxies with ease. The Galrans were fierce, powerful, and feared by every civilization that dared to stand in their way. Their warships were fast, strong, and seemed unstoppable. No one could challenge their control. In one of the many worlds under their control, Commander Ryle stood on the bridge of the flagship Imperator. His eyes scanned the star map, calm and confident. The Empire had just crushed another rebellious planet without losing a single ship. It was a routine victory in a long line of conquests. "Another world falls to us, Commander," said Lieutenant Darrow, his voice steady but respectful. Reel nodded. "They never learn. Resistance is pointless. The Galran Empire is destiny itself." The crew cheered softly. They believed in their leaders, in their strength. The Empire was invincible. But far away from the power centers of the Empire, on the small, blue planet called Earth, things were different. Earth had been ignored by the galactic powers for a long time. It was seen as a minor backwater, a planet of weak and scattered people. But humans had a stubborn spirit. They did not bow or break easily. Captain Liam sat in the dim control room of the warship Resolute. It was a ship unlike any other in the galaxy, a human creation built with technology and determination. Liam was young but skilled, chosen for a mission no one else dared to try. "We're entering Galran space," said Lieutenant Maya, her fingers dancing over the controls. Liam took a deep breath. "This is it. We don't just fight for Earth, we fight for every world under their boot." The Resolute was not the largest ship. It was not the fastest. But it held a secret. A new kind of power humans had discovered. One that could change everything. Back on the Imperator, Reel's sensors picked up something unusual. A small warship, unlike anything in the Galran fleet, was approaching fast. "Commander, unidentified ship approaching," warned Darrow. Reel frowned. "Prepare to engage. Show this pest what the Empire does to intruders." But as the two ships neared, something strange happened. The human ship moved with impossible speed and agility. Its weapons struck with precision, damaging the Galran shields in seconds. The crew of the Imperator watched in shock as their invincible ship began to falter. "This can't be happening," shouted one officer. Liam stayed calm. "Keep the pressure, we have one chance." The battle had begun. The first clash, the Resolute darted through the stars, its engines humming with raw power. Captain Liam kept his focus sharp. Every move was calculated, every decision critical. The Galran warship Imperator loomed ahead, massive and proud, but vulnerable. "Shields holding at 75%, Captain," reported Lieutenant Maya. Her voice was steady but tense. Liam nodded. "Keep firing on their shield generators. We need to break them fast." Inside the Imperator, Commander Ryle struggled to understand what was happening. The Galran ships had never faced such speed or precision. Their usual tactics were failing. "Divert all power to forward shields," Ryle commanded, his voice hard but shaken. "Captain, their weapons are piercing our defenses," one officer cried. Ryle clenched his fists. "This human ship fights with a madness I have never seen. We will not lose to a single vessel." The two ships circled each other, exchanging blasts of energy. The Imperator fired its massive cannons, but the Resolute moved like a shadow, dodging every shot. On Earth, the news had begun to spread. The humans were challenging the unstoppable Empire. For the first time in generations, hope sparked in the hearts of many. Back in the battle, Liam's ship took a heavy hit. The console flashed warnings. "We took damage to the engine core," Maya said, eyes wide. Liam gritted his teeth. "Hold steady, we're almost through their defenses." Suddenly, a burst of energy from the Resolute struck the Imperator's main shield. Generator. The giant shield flickered and collapsed. "Shields are down," Darrow shouted. "Hull breach imminent." Ryle's face turned pale. "Prepare for emergency protocols. We must retreat." But the human ship was relentless. Fire all weapons, Liam ordered. The Resolute's weapons tore through the hull of the Imperator, damaging key systems and forcing the massive ship to slow down. The Galran crew scrambled to save their ship, but the damage was too great. Rael watched helplessly as the mighty Imperator began to lose control. "This can't be the end," he muttered. Liam's voice came calm but fierce through the comms. "This is only the beginning. The Empire's reign ends here." The Resolute disappeared into the dark space, leaving behind a stunned and broken Empire. Aftermath and awakening. Battle was over, but the shockwaves of the fight rippled across the galaxies. The Imperator was crippled, limping back to the Galran capital world, its pride shattered. For the first time, the Empire tasted defeat, not from another great power, but from a single human warship. Commander Rill faced the Council of Elders, the highest rulers of the Galran Empire. The Grand Hall was cold and silent, filled with tension. Rael bowed deeply. "Our flagship has been wounded by a human vessel," he reported. "Their technology and tactics are unlike anything we have seen." An elder with pale skin and sharp eyes leaned forward. "Humans. Weak creatures. How could one ship bring down the might of the Empire?" Rael's voice was steady but serious. "Their ship moves beyond physics we understand. Their weapons are precise and deadly. We underestimated them," the Council murmured nervously. The Empire's rule, once unchallenged, now faced a dangerous new threat. Meanwhile, Captain Liam stood on the deck of the Resolute looking at the stars. The mission was a success, but he knew it was only the start. "Command," he said into the communicator. "They know we exist now. The Empire will come for us." A calm voice replied, "Prepare for war, Captain. Earth's defenses are ready. We will not back down." Across Earth, the news of the victory inspired many. Humans who once feared the vastness of space now felt pride and hope. They were no longer just a small planet. They were a force that could challenge the galaxy's greatest power. Back on the Galran homeworld, preparations began. The Empire would respond with fury, but humanity was ready. They had learned much in secret, and their will was stronger than any weapon. The galaxy was about to change forever. The Empire strikes back. The Galran Empire wasted no time. From their darkened command rooms, fleets were ordered to gather. The message was clear. The humans must be crushed before they inspired other worlds to rebel. Commander Rael was put in charge of the new fleet. His pride was wounded, but his determination was fierce. "We will show them the true meaning of power," he declared. Meanwhile, on Earth, Captain Liam prepared his crew for what was coming. The Resolute was patched up but far from invincible. Still, the humans had something the Galrans did not: adaptability and heart. "Get everyone ready," Liam said. "This fight is bigger than one ship now. We are the hope for every world under their shadow." As the Galran fleet entered human space, alarms blared on Earth's defense stations. The humans stood united. Allies from other systems, inspired by the human defiance, sent aid and weapons. The two forces faced each other in the cold void of space. The Galran ships were large and intimidating, but the humans had new tactics, using speed and surprise. In the first clash, the humans managed to disable several Galran ships, but the cost was high. Many brave souls were lost. Liam watched the battle unfold. "Hold the line. Remember why we fight." On the Galran side, Riel's respect for the humans grew. "They are more than pests. They are a challenge unlike any we have faced." The war had become real. The galaxy's future would be decided in these battles of courage and will. Turning the tide, the war raged on, star systems shaking under the power of countless battles. The Galran Empire's might was vast, but human resilience was stronger. Captain Liam and his crew studied every move of the Galran fleet, searching for weaknesses. They developed new strategies that used speed, surprise, and unexpected technology. One day Liam discovered a secret. The Galran fleet depended heavily on a massive command ship to control their forces. If that ship was taken down, the rest would fall into chaos. "Target the command ship," Liam ordered. We hit it hard and fast. The Resolute led a daring assault, slipping through enemy lines with precision. Their weapons struck the command ship's engines, crippling it. Without direction, the Galran fleet fell into confusion. Human ships pressed the attack, forcing the Empire to retreat. Back on Earth, celebrations began. But Liam knew this was only the beginning. The Empire was wounded but not defeated. Commander Ryle faced the harsh truth. They are clever and fierce. We cannot underestimate them anymore. The war had changed. The humans were no longer just survivors. They were warriors. The final stand. The Galran Empire was desperate. With their command ship destroyed and fleets in retreat, they gathered every remaining force for one last massive attack on Earth. Commander Ryle led this final armada, determined to crush the humans and restore the Empire's glory. On Earth, Captain Liam prepared defenses that stretched from the planet's surface to the edge of their solar system. Allies from many worlds stood ready to fight alongside humanity. The battle began with fire and fury. Galran ships swarmed like a storm, attacking relentlessly, but humanity fought back with unmatched courage and clever tactics. The Resolute became a symbol of hope, leading strikes deep into enemy lines. Liam found himself face to face with Ryle in a desperate duel among the stars. Each knew the future of their peoples rested on this fight. After a fierce exchange, Liam's skill and humanity's unyielding spirit won the day. The Galran fleet was shattered, their dreams of conquest broken. As Ryle's flagship exploded in a blaze of light, the Empire's hold on the galaxies began to crumble. A new dawn for the galaxy. With the Galran Empire defeated, the galaxies breathed a sigh of relief. Worlds that had once trembled in fear of the Empire now looked to humanity with hope and respect. Captain Liam stood on the bridge of the Resolute, watching the stars as they slowly returned to peace. "We did it," said Lieutenant Maya quietly. Liam nodded. "This victory isn't just for Earth, it's for every planet that dreams of freedom." The galaxy began to change. New alliances formed between species once divided by fear and war. Humanity became a symbol, not of conquest, but of resilience and courage. Commander Ryle survived the final battle but was captured. In captivity, he reflected on the Empire's mistakes and the strength of the humans they once dismissed. They were not weak, he admitted. They were the storm we never saw coming. The story of the human warship that brought down the greatest empire spread across the stars. It was a story of hope, of fighting against impossible odds, and of proving that even the smallest can change the fate of the galaxy. The era of the Galran Empire was over. A new era had begun, one where humanity stood proud among the stars.